6 style tricks from old money elegant women over 60 to look elegant and rich instantly. Have you ever opened your closet, stared at rows of clothes, and thought, why doesn't anything feel quite right anymore? Not bad, just off. The pieces still fit, the colors still match, but somehow the elegance, the ease, feels like it slipped away when no one was looking. I used to think the answer was to try harder, add more, buy more. Until one day, I saw a woman. Silver hair pulled back, simple loafers, soft beige sweater, and she looked so put together, yet so effortless. And it hit me. Elegance after 60 isn't about adding more. It's about choosing less with intention. That's what we believe here on Glow After 60. This stage of life isn't about fading into the background. It's about showing up fully, gently, and authentically you. And today, I'm going to share 6 style tricks I've learned from watching the most elegant older women. The kind who don't chase trends, but set the tone simply by walking into a room. Some of these might surprise you. 1 or 2 might go against what we were told growing up. But I promise, by the end, you'll see your wardrobe, and maybe yourself, a little differently. Let's start with the one piece that changed how I felt in my own clothes, almost overnight. Ready? Trick 1. Add one piece that quietly says, I'm here. You know those days when you get dressed and everything technically works, but the whole look just feels a little too soft? Too safe. That's something I noticed happening a lot once I crossed 60. Comfort started taking the lead. Flowy tops, stretch pants, easy silhouettes. And while there's absolutely nothing wrong with comfort, in fact, we've earned it. There's a fine line between comfortable and invisible. Let me tell you about my friend. She's vibrant, opinionated, sharp as ever. But for years, her wardrobe didn't reflect any of that. Just tunics, layers, always in forgiving cuts. Until one day, I got over a soft-shouldered blazer, neutral beige, just structured enough. She laughed, tried it on, and then looked at herself in the mirror. Not dramatically, just quietly. And then she said, I didn't realize how much I've been shrinking into my clothes. That moment changed everything. Because here's the truth. Elegance doesn't require an overhaul. It often just needs one strong anchor. One piece that adds shape, direction, and just enough presence to say, I still show up fully. Maybe for you, it's a tailored button-down in a beautiful cotton poplin. Maybe it's wide-leg trousers with a clean front. Maybe it is that blazer, soft but sculpted, with sleeves you can roll and wear year-round. You don't need to ditch your flowy pieces, but adding just one structured item brings everything into focus, like adding a frame to a painting. On Glow After 60, we don't believe in hiding. We believe in honoring your shape, your story, and your space. And sometimes, all it takes is a piece of clothing that reminds you you've earned the right to stand tall. Now, let's talk about something even softer. Not in fabric, but in color. Because trick 2 might change the way you see neutrals forever. Trick 2. Use soft neutrals to whisper, not shout. After my friend tried on that blazer, she didn't stop there. She called me a week later and said, okay, what colors do elegant women actually wear? I smiled. Because this is where the magic truly begins. Let me tell you about a morning at a Viet cafe in the city. A woman, maybe in her late 60s, walked in wearing nothing but soft shades, light oat, ivory pants, a camel scarf. No jewelry, no flashy handbag, but heads turned. Not because she demanded attention, but because she didn't need to. That's what soft neutrals do. They don't scream wealth. They suggest it, gently, tastefully. Many of us grew up hearing that as we age, we need more color, more vibrancy to stay youthful. But here's the twist. Bold doesn't always mean better. In fact, as our skin tone shifts, it's the calm, warm shades, sand, cream, dove gray, rose beige, that reflect light back onto our face and soften everything we want to highlight. Try it. Tomorrow, instead of grabbing a patterned top or bright blouse, choose 2 colors from the same neutral family, like tan with ivory, or soft mocha with pale blush. See how it feels. More calm, more connected, more you. And no, I always say, loud prints age, harmony lasts. So next time someone asks you why you're glowing, just smile. Let them wonder. Because up next, we're not layering in color. We're building your everyday, I didn't try but I look amazing outfit. And it starts with 3 classic pieces you already know, but might not have combined just right yet. Ready for trick 3? Trick 3. Build your effortless uniform. White pants, a shirt, and loafers. What if I told you that some of the most elegant women I know, the ones who always look effortlessly put together, wear the same outfit formula almost every day? It's true, and it's not complicated. White pants, a crisp button-down shirt, classic loafers. That's it. It sounds simple, almost too simple, but that's the genius of it. There's something quietly powerful about wearing an outfit that's clean, light, and structured without being stiff. The white pants catch the light and bring a sense of polish. The shirt adds intention, especially if it's pressed, and has just enough collar or cuff to anchor your posture. And the loafers? They say, I'm going somewhere, even if it's just the flower market. Let me share a moment. A few months ago, I ran into an old acquaintance at the grocery store. I was wearing this exact trio. She looked at me, blinked, and said, "You look like you have a personal stylist." I laughed. "It's my Tuesday outfit," I told her. And here's a mini secret within this trick. Straight leg white pants are your best friend. They elongate the leg, skim the body without clinging, and pair with absolutely everything. Add a shirt in cotton, linen, or even soft chambray, and you have a uniform that works from spring to fall, brunch to travel. Try it this week. Lay out those 3 pieces. Add 1 neutral accessory, a tan belt, a gold earring, a leather bag. Stand in front of the mirror and ask, "Do I feel put together without effort?" That's your goal now. Not to impress, but to express ease, elegance, and quiet strength. Because up next, we're adding the one piece that transforms this everyday uniform into something polished enough for any room. From lunch with friends to a last-minute dinner invite. And no, it's not a scarf. It's something even simpler. Let's go to trick 4. Trick 4. Own one blazer that turns nothing to wear into ready for anything. We all know the feeling. You open your closet, it's full, and yet nothing feels right. Too casual, too worn, too not today. That's when I reach for the piece that saved me more times than I can count. A simple, well-cut blazer in white, beige, or navy. Not the stiff corporate kind. I'm talking about a softly structured blazer that breathes. In cotton, linen, or a relaxed blend. The kind that moves with you, not against you. Let me tell you about a lunch I wasn't ready for. I was in jeans, a t-shirt, and 5 minutes from heading out for groceries when I got a text. "We're at Bistro Elm for Linda's birthday. Come join us." Panic? A little. But then, I grabbed my navy blazer, added a swipe of lip tint, and went. And here's the twist. When I walked in, someone actually said, "You always look so polished. How do you do it?" I didn't do anything. The blazer did it for me. That's the power of having that one piece ready, always. It takes the soft lines of your outfit and gives them just enough edge. It says, I care, without ever trying too hard, and it works everywhere. Over a dress that feels too simple, with jeans and a tank on a warm day, with wide-leg trousers for a quiet dinner date. Choose one in a neutral tone that flatters your skin. If navy feels too sharp, try ivory or a soft taupe. The magic isn't in the color, it's in the structure and how it instantly elevates your energy. Because a great blazer doesn't just sharpen your look, it subtly lifts your posture. It reminds you that no matter the occasion, you belong in the room. And next, we're tackling something women often get wrong, even when everything else is perfect. It's not the clothes, it's the print. Let's move to trick 5, and trust me, you'll never look at bold florals the same way again. Trick 5. Rethink your prints, quiet patterns, timeless presence. Can I admit something? A few summers ago, I bought a dress covered in bright pineapples. It was fun, tropical, youthful, they said. I wore it twice. The third time, I caught a glimpse of myself in a shop window, and instead of feeling vibrant, I felt like I was trying too hard. That's when I realized prints aren't the problem. It's the wrong prints that age us, not the years themselves. You see, bold, loud patterns might feel playful in the store, but on us, women with grace, with experience, with presence, they often clash with the calm we carry. Look at any truly elegant older woman. She's not drowning in pattern. She's using it like seasoning, just enough to add interest, never to overwhelm. So what works? Subtle florals in muted tones. Think faded rose or dusty lavender. Micro polka dots or fine stripes that echo classic tailoring. Soft animal prints in neutral palettes, not neon zebras, but maybe a quiet taupe on ivory leopard. Tiny plaids or gentle geometric repeats, calm, orderly. Never chaotic. Here's a good rule of thumb. If the print wears you, it's too loud. If you wear the print, it's just right. You don't need to go all solid or all safe. Just edit. A scarf in a quiet print, a blouse with subtle detail, a dress that invites a second glance, not a second guess. The truth is, prints can elevate your look or confuse it. And after 60, we've earned the right to be clear about who we are. So next time you're browsing or dressing, ask, will I still love this next season, or does it only shout today? Because the most elegant women don't chase attention, they attract it by mastering restraint. And speaking of attraction, let's talk texture. Because trick 6 is where quiet elegance really starts to feel luxurious, even if your outfit cost next to nothing. Trick 6. Mix rich textures to look polished without saying a word. Have you ever complimented a woman on her outfit, only to realize you couldn't even describe what she was wearing? You just knew she looked expensive. That's usually not about the brand. It's about texture. I remember a family brunch last fall. My cousin Mai, who never wears anything flashy, showed up in a soft camel sweater, wide-leg cream trousers, and what looked like a buttery leather sling bag. Her outfit was all neutrals. No jewelry, no print. But she looked like she belonged in a quiet corner of a French fashion magazine. And the secret? She mixed textures. Cashmere, linen, leather, all in harmony. Soft against structured, matte against sheen. Most of us were taught to match materials. Cotton with cotton, denim on denim. But that's what flattens a look, makes it feel basic, even when the colors are right. Here's what to try. A ribbed knit top with a smooth satin skirt. A crisp cotton blouse tucked into a suede or velvet trouser. A soft cashmere cardigan thrown over linen. Or even denim, paired with a silk scarf and structured leather handbag. Let one texture be the star, and let the others support. Too many contrasting textures can feel busy, but 2 or 3, that's where elegance lives. And here's the best part. You don't need luxury fabrics to get the effect. Even affordable pieces, if thoughtfully paired, can create depth and richness. Texture is how clothes speak, without logos, without trends, without noise. So the next time your outfit feels flat, don't add more accessories. Add contrast. Let your clothes play like a quiet symphony, warm, layered, alive. You're not just elegant, you're becoming more you. If you've made it to this moment, I want you to take a deep breath and truly hear this. You are already an elegant woman, not because of a blazer or a neutral palette, not because you wear loafers or choose silk over cotton, but because you care. You're showing up for yourself in this season of life with curiosity, courage, and grace. These 7 style tricks, they're not rules. They're gentle invitations, ways to dress, not to impress others, but to reconnect with your reflection. To look in the mirror and say, ah, there she is. Because elegance after 60 isn't about trying to be seen. It's about seeing yourself again, clearly, kindly, and without apology. So tell me, which of these tricks felt like it was written just for you? Which one will you try first? Drop it in the comments. Not just for me, but for the next woman who scrolls by and thinks, maybe it's not too late for me to feel beautiful again. And if this video reminded you of someone you love, a sister, a friend, a version of you, send it her way. Because glowing after 60, it's not a finish line. It's just the beginning of dressing, living, and loving like the woman you've spent a lifetime becoming. I'll see you in the next video. We have so much more to discover together.